the 100 proof kind.
All right, Cargo, let's go.
Shoulder that we can lean on. Let's share our lot of trouble till the bottle's gone. Then we'll order another and we'll pass it around. Oh, we'll take all this hurting and wash it right down. Tap into your misery, pull open that wine. Oh, let it flow endlessly and mix it with mine.
I've seen a life of old Gabriel, oh, Market Street down by the Frisco Bay. Saw the Prado, I've gambled on the Porsche and Paris, France. Now the 7 wonders of this world I have seen. There's many other different places I have been. Said, take my advice, boys, and see Beale Street first. It's at Memphis, Tennessee. Oh, you knee-high, my brown, beautiful gowns, make tailor-mades and your hand-me-down. Beat honest men and pickpocket skill, but the business never closes till somebody gets killed.
2 minutes. 2 minutes.
Oh, you knee-high, my brown, Chitlin cafes, talk about your whiskey and your bygone days. Mean honest men, got it to spend. You'll find gold and duffel on the say the New Jerusalem.
I'm a rolling stone.
5, 4, 3.
Hills of Virginia, where the tall pines kiss the sky. How my heart thrills in Virginia when the love shines in your eyes. In the evening, you're a picture so fair. Mellow moonbeams kissing your hair. In the blue hills of Virginia, I hope to win ya, sweetheart mine.
Radio Bristol presents Farm and Fun Time. Made possible by Eastman Credit Union. Wherever life takes you, ECU is by your side.
In the evening, you're a picture so fair. Mellow moonbeams kissing your hair. In the blue hills of Virginia, I hope to win ya, sweetheart mine. Thank you. Welcome, everybody, live from the McLaughlin Performance Theater here at the birthplace of Country Music Museum. I'm your host, Farm and Fun Timer Chris Trulson, welcoming you to another broadcast of Farm and Fun Time. We got another packed show. This show sold out really quick. We're really happy to see everybody here this evening. Say hey, everybody. We are in the midst of our big on-air fund drive for Radio Bristol. We want to thank everybody who has already donated, and this is kind of closing out our 2-day fund drive tonight. This is a big way to go out. So just wanted to bring attention to the folks who are tuning in on our Facebook page, who are listening on the internet. If you feel like donating, this is a good cause. So go to listenradiobristol.org to do that. We have volunteers and staff who've been working really hard over the past few days in helping to keep this project alive and going. It's really done so much for not only our community here in Bristol, but the footprint of Radio Bristol just keeps growing and growing, and we're really proud of the project. So thanks to everybody, wherever you might be, for your support of the Radio Bristol Fund Drive. ListenRadioBristol.org. All right, and by the way, you can become a sustaining member and get a bunch of Farm and Fun Time swag, a Farm and Fun Time t-shirt, Farm and Fun Time sticker, an old CD from the Sauceman brothers, who were on the original Farm and Fun Time back in the 40s as well. Only 66 cents a day to become a sustaining member. We made a few big announcements at the beginning of our fund drive regarding Farm and Fun Time. I'm sure some of you already heard the news, but we're really, really excited to finally announce the fact that Farm and Fun Time is becoming a TV show. Yeah. Starting next month on Blue Ridge PBS, they'll be broadcasting it along with a bunch of their sister stations. Starting out, they service over 4 million people, so that's going to be a great way for us to spread our footprint, and I think the growth is going to keep on happening. We want to give a big shout out to Blue Ridge PBS for their support. It's something that's been in the works for a long, long time, and to see it actually come to fruition is a big deal for us. So we're thrilled about it. Looking forward to syndication throughout all the Southeast and then hopefully nationally before we know it. We want to thank everybody, all of our sponsors and all the good folks who keep coming to shows, all the people who listen for their consistent support of Farm and Fun Time. All right, we're going to jump on into the show tonight. We've got two amazing bands with us this evening, both of which make their home in Nashville, Tennessee. We've got one of the most celebrated songwriters in Nashville with us. The one and only Jim Lauderdale is here. We also have the jazz and blues country crooner Miss Tess here as well. Our Heirloom Recipe segment features two members of Bristol's Blue Stocking Club, a community building club that's over 100 years old. Barbara Smith and Mary Lynn Satterwhite are going to talk to us about a true Southern staple, Brunswick stew. I'm excited about that one. And for this month's Farm Report, we visited Tilted Tavern Animal Sanctuary in Jonesboro, Tennessee. Tilted Tavern is an incredible farm that allows rescued farm animals to live their life out peacefully while providing visitors educational and healing opportunities. It's really an incredible, incredible farm and project, so we're excited to learn more about that as well.
Yeah.
And first things first, we'll kick things off with Bill and the Bells, Helena Hunt on the banjo, Cleo on the fiddle, and Andrew Small on the bass. Here's one called That'll Be Just Fine. Waiting down at the station, just about 4:45. Wondering if the bus will ever make it. How come it never seemed to run on time? I'm tired of this old city. I'm so tired, I'm losing my mind. As soon as he takes my ticket, Lord, I'm gonna leave it all behind. That'll be just fine. I'm gone, yes, I'm traveling on. That'll be just fine by me. That'll be just fine by me. I mean, one thing's for sure, you'll never see me no more. That'll be just fine by me. Someone new came as no surprise. Smiled and then I wished her well as she walked out of my life. I'm leaving this old city. Yeah, I'm leaving just as soon as I can. If the bus ever pulls into the station, doubt you'll ever see me again. That'll be just fine by me. I mean, sweet mama, I'm gone. Yes, I'm traveling on. That'll be just fine by me. That'll be just fine by me. I mean, one thing's for sure, you'll never see me no more. That'll be just fine by me. Thank you, everybody. That'll be on our upcoming record. We just cut that, and that's one that we wrote called That'll Be Just Fine by Me. Here's one that we didn't write. This is a rowdy one. It's called Don't Let Your Deal Go Down. Been all around this whole round world from the state of Tennessee. Any old place that I hang my head, well, it's home, yes, it's sweet home to me. Don't let it down, don't let it down, don't let the deal go down. Deal goes down, that last go round, my last go dollar done gone. Don't let your little Skinner when he said, don't let the deal go down. Don't let it down, mama, mama. Don't let it down, sweet mama. Don't let the deal go down. Deal goes down, that last go round. My last go down, let them go. Ole, 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 hey, ole, 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 hey, ole, ole, ole. Ba, li, ba, da, ba, ba. Ole, 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 hey, ole, 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 hey, ole, 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 hey. Last night, mama, and the night before. Ain't gonna get drunk anymore. Gonna hang my head on that feather bed. I ain't gonna get drunk anymore.
Oh, no, you won't.
Don't let it down. Don't let it down. Don't let the deal go down. Deal goes down. That last go round. My last go down. Let done go. Tell them thanks for their support of Radio Bristol's Farm and Fun Time. Remember, ECU is there for you. From using your phone to transfer money, to making a deposit, to signing loan documents from anywhere. For more information, visit ecu.org. Join Farm and Fun Time and say, thank you, Eastman Credit Union. Hey, thanks. Thank you, Eastman Credit Union, for your support of Farm and Fun Time. All right, we're going to jump on into our heirloom recipe for the evening. Food is at the center of our culture and is so important in the Appalachian region. Food represents much more than what we eat. It represents family, memories, history, and place, and much more. With fundraising on our mind this month, we have two members of the Blue Stocking Club here, past President Mary Lynn Satterwhite and future President Barbara Smith. With over 100 years of service in the Bristol area, the Blue Stocking Club helps with community fundraising and volunteering throughout the year. From small to large projects, the Blue Stocking Club puts their first foot forward in striving to build community in our region. As a matter of fact, they were responsible for helping with the construction of our learning center right here at the birthplace of Country Music Museum. Yeah. Tonight, Barbara and Mary Lynn are going to dig into the Blue Stocking Club cookbook and talk about one of their favorite recipes, Brunswick stew. So please give a big Farm and Fun Time welcome to Barbara Smith and Mary Lynn Satterwhite.
Come on through. Okay.
Good evening. We are truly delighted to be here with you tonight, representing Blue Stocking Club at Farm and Fun Time.
Did you know Blue Stocking is 100 years old this year? How many civic organizations have flourished for so many years?
Well, not that many. But tell me, what are you wearing?
Well, actually, this was worn by my mother-in-law while serving guests at the old Society Day fundraisers. And what you are wearing was worn by the members in the kitchen preparing the food for these events.
The Society Day luncheons were so successful. attendees always requested the recipes. Thus, a cookbook was developed and published by the membership. The first one was printed in the 1930s, the second in the 50s, and this one was completed in 1995. Each edition sold out and provided a supplement to the Society Day proceeds, all of which were used to support the club's community service projects.
I understand that this book contains the most coveted and sometimes secret family recipes.
Yes. Many submissions reference stories of a dish being passed down through generations or recounted warm childhood memories of cooking in the kitchen with a beloved grandmother.
I learned pretty quickly that a certain sustainer was an exceptional cook and that anything submitted by her was sure to be a success.
And then I learned that although another previous member had a reputation for being an accomplished cook, my attempts to prepare her recipes did not turn out as well. And then I learned that she deliberately omitted an ingredient so that anything she fixed herself was always a little bit better.
So then, what are we doing tonight?
Well, we want to share some hot tips we have gleaned from this cookbook and then read an heirloom recipe from its pages.
Like, in the front is a good tip. Actually, it's a correction I spotted. It says, please use real sherry, not cooking sherry.
People used to ask my Mamie, who lived to be 104, to share the secret of her longevity. She would always respond, a little sip of sherry, real sherry, every single night.
After reading through many of these recipes, I learned something. It's necessary at all times to have a goodly stock of canned cream of mushroom soup.
And a blue stocking recipe, attractively presented, will always be perceived as delicious.
Or, if a recipe does not turn out so well, just put it in a different dish and give it a new name. For instance, a disappointing souffle might become cream of mushroom delight.
Last but not least, a flawlessly prepared dinner is not nearly as important as the camaraderie and comfort of the guest gathered around your table.
Well, and now for our heirloom recipe, which was submitted by a well-loved former member, Evelyn Gordon. It's a poem which describes the process of making Brunswick stew.
Brunswick stew from Brunswick, Georgia, made with rabbit, squirrel, and deer?
No. Brunswick stew from Brunswick County, Virginia, made with chicken, veal, and middlin, which is just another name for pork.
Well, here we go. Written in verse, the authentic version of Brunswick stew, straight out of Virginia back in the day.
First, catch your chicken, clean and cut, and in an iron pot you put.
Add water nearly to the top, and in it salt and pepper drop.
Boil slowly your tomatoes peel. Put in a shin or so of veal.
And for flavor, bear in mind, a chuck of middlin with the rind.
Next, some onion you throw in, the young and tender skin.
And butter beans, do not forget. And what is more important yet,
The corn. But do not be so fast. This you must cut and add it last.
for better than the flour you'll find it'll do to give a thickness to the stew.
Some lemon peel cut very thin may be added and stirred in.
And ere it's taken from the fire, give it a dash of Worcestershire.
and soon you will hear its praises ring. This is a dish fit for a king.
A big thank you to Barbara and Mary Lynn for joining us this evening for the Heirloom recipe segment. With all this fundraising happening, I want to mention they've got the Blue Stocking Club has a big fundraiser coming up, folks. An event in support of the Paramount Center for the Arts, April 9th, featuring Amy Grant and the Time Jumpers and more. This will be Blue Stocking Club's Centennial Fundraiser. For more information, visit bluestockingclub.org. We appreciate Barbara and Mary Lynn, and also, I think you heard they brought up this idea of a debate. What kind of meat goes in Brunswick stew? It's never really been solved. So we're gonna get into part 2 of the Heirloom recipe, where we write a jingle. I wrote this yesterday or so, and this one here is called The Great Debate. Let's give it a try.
Hey buddy, did you hear the news? Everybody's talking about Brunswick stew. It's true. The family keeps bickering about it. When it comes to vegetables, they all can agree that okra and potatoes and some lima beans are key. But what kind of meat's supposed to go in it? Johnny says rabbit, Uncle Jimmy says raccoon, Cousin Millie says that squirrel really makes her swoon. Who knew that everybody had an opinion? Mom, she likes goats and Daddy likes pig, but when Grandpa tried to throw in Grandma's wig, I was through. I lost my appetite for Brunswick stew. So let's settle the debate. Yeah, we all think it tastes great, just as long as Grandpa stays outside the front gate till we're through cooking up Brunswick stew. Do till we're through cooking up Brunswick stew.
And there you have it. That is our Heirloom recipe segment. We want to thank Barbara and Mary Lynn for joining us. Now, folks, it's time to jump into our first featured act of the evening, a musician who makes her home in Nashville, Tennessee. With the help of a talented band and a beautiful old Wayman archtop guitar, Miss Tess has for years created a unique sound blending various root genres from early blues, jazz, country, and many more. With her brand new record, The Moon is an Ashtray, Tess writes a new musical chapter in her career, continuing to evolve and carve out her distinct sound. Tess has been touring with her band for over a decade, making many stops through Bristol, and has become a Bristol Rhythm and Roots favorite, that's for sure. We're so pleased to have her with us on Farm and Fun Time. Please, folks, make welcome Miss Tess.
All right, thank you all so much. Good to see everybody here. And thanks for coming out. Gonna play a bunch of songs off of the new album, and starting with this one. It's a song I got to record with Rachel Price, who sings in a band called Lake Street Dive as a duet. But tonight we got Mr. Thomas gonna sing that part, so it's all right. He's kind of a better singer anyway, so.
You can call me Rachel if you'd like.
All right.
Say, you know you look so fine.
Thank you. All right, folks. Well, here's the title track from my new album, a song called The Moon is an Ashtray. One, two, three, four. The moon is an ashtray, catching dreams that have burned away. They couldn't stand up to the flame, so they flickered and died. The moon is an ashtray, holding memories of happy days. Falling embers gently find their place and never return. Although they are stardust floating free, I know they were never meant for me. The moon is an ashtray, sitting high above the landscape, covered by the ash of yesterday, to crater and sway. Although they are stardust floating free, I know they were never meant for me. The moon is an ashtray, sitting high above the landscape, covered by the ash of yesterday, so never to shine, so never to shine, so never to shine, so never to shine. Oh, thank you. Well, I think it's time for us to hear some of this pedal steel guitar over here. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Thomas Bryan Eaton doing double duty tonight. While I'm at it, we got Dan Holmes on the drums. This is Josh Rilko on the bass. Here's a little summertime tune called Riverboat Song. Make sure we're nice and tuned for you. We don't want the boat to run into the riverbank there. One, two, three, four. Let 'em be, let 'em be. All the liners out at sea. I'll be drifting along to a riverboat song, playing just for you and me. Let 'em stay, let 'em stay. Tomorrow's just another day. keep on playing songs for you. All right. This one's called If You Don't Know How to Love Me. One, two, three, two, two. Two people talk hand in hand while they walk down the street, just like you and me. Together they pass and they dance if they're asked, round and round so the people can see, but nobody knows them like you and me. Two people ignored when they both closed the door, lie awake in their own separate dreams, next to each other and under the covers, their eyes closed when no one can see, but nobody knows them like you and me. If you don't know how to love me and all the time that we've had, I know that we're trying, but I still feel so sad. I've tried to explain it, but just 'cause I'm talking don't mean that you will understand that you don't know how to love me, my man. Sometimes I think about leaving, but then I decide to stay. Maybe one day I'll follow my feeling when I'm not afraid of the change. If you don't know how to love me, I can't tell you how. I know that you're trying, but you should know by now. I've tried to explain it, but just 'cause I'm talking don't mean that you will understand that you don't know how to love me, my man. No, you don't know how to love me, my Thank you. All right, I will lighten the mood up a little bit after that one. This next song is our radio single off the new album, and know a lot of folks have been playing it, which is great. And I'd like to thank all radio stations like this one here. It's so great in supporting independent artists. And this song's called Gambling Man.
What you gonna get on the draw? Yes, double down and on all and nothing come around. Who's gonna make that call? Aces, high, snake eyes make the rank to qualify. When you gonna play your hands? Well, there's no use in skimming when you just started sitting. Do you wanna be a gambling man? Gambling man. Hand hard, wild card, breaking even, bet the odds. How you gonna hold on your own? Yes, fire and sink and swim, a lucky one is gonna win pitfalls to give you a loan. Carousel, cold tail, hard stopping's doing well when you're gonna play your hand. Well, there's no use in quitting when the game is luck is spinning. Do you wanna be a gambling man? Gambling man.
Thank you so much. Well, I think we got time for one more song. Sorry our time is so brief this evening, but it's wonderful to see you all, and we hope to see you again soon. And we'll leave you with a little love letter from Nashville. This one's called I Wanna Be a Cowboy. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. I wanna be a cowboy. Will you look at my boots and my hat? Brand new pair of Wrangler jeans. How do you think they fit? Well, I must have been born to ramble, but no more I have to roam. For I've settled down here in Nashville, and I call it my new country home. I did late the y'all so much.
Miss Tess, everybody. That is the stuff, tearing it up. Check out MissTessMusic.com. You can check out her new record, as she mentioned, Moon is an Ashtray. And we want to thank them for what a great way to kick off the show with our first artist, tearing it up there. Thank you, Miss Tess. Now, friends, it's time for the Radio Bristol Farm Report, made possible by HVAC and Ed Hill, a full-service specialty contractor offering a full complement of building solutions for plumbing, heating, ventilation, building automation, geothermal, solar, wind, and more. For more information, visit hvacbristol.com. The Radio Bristol Farm Report profiles regional farmers that are strengthening our community through sustainable, eco-friendly practices, helping to positively impact our region's food access and health. Every month we visit a regional farm and do a profile piece on that farm, as you all know. And this month we made our way over to Jonesboro, Tennessee, to the Tilted Tavern Animal Sanctuary, a farm with over 200 years of history that in the past few years has been transformed into a farm animal rescue sanctuary. Robert Jones guided us around the farm, showing us the diverse population of rescued farm animals that now make their home in this safe haven where they live out their lives with some much-deserved peace. Tilted Tavern provides a safe haven for not only rescued farm animals, but also provides educational opportunities and animal-assisted therapy for visitors of all ages. Let's watch the Farm Report to learn more about this amazing project.
I'm Robert Jones. I'm the Executive Director of Tilted Tavern Animal Sanctuary in Jonesboro, Tennessee. So we started in 2018. We started with one hen who was kind of over-roostered, and we got her, kind of patched her up and everything, and then saw a need for it in our local community. And so we started with a cow, and then another cow, and another, and it just kind of kept going from there, and we started a 501c3 in 2018. Oh gosh, so now we have chickens, ducks, a goose, a swan, a turkey, cows, goats, sheep, pigs. Did I miss one? Horses. I might have missed a few, but we have quite a few. It's definitely a real need for our area. Local farming community, there's a lot of animals that kind of get left out, and so there's a lot of weird issues with neglect, cruelty, abandonment that would otherwise would end up in euthanasia or something like that. And so we can take those animals and we can educate the public about their story. We can show a personality to the animal and really just let the animal speak to the public about, hey, you know, I'm an individual and this is how I should be treated. Yeah. So animal-assisted therapy is very big, and we're very big proponents of it right now. We have veterans, children with autism. We have all sorts of different unique disabilities for people that come out here. They work with the animals, and it really, really helps. It helps with PTSD from whether you're a veteran or suffering from terminal illness or any kind of those kind of things. So we really are big proponents of it, and just getting people out here to either volunteer. It helps us, helps the animals, and it helps them, and it kind of works symbiotically. Sure, sustainability is through education, I think. We can't take every single animal that needs us. Unfortunately, we just don't have the resources, and so our sustainability is definitely going to be through education, having these animals kind of speak to the public about their personalities, what they've been through, and then they come out here for animal-assisted therapy and those kind of things. That's something we can sustain and can go for a long period of time. Oh, so our snout painting happens. Our pigs actually paint with their snouts, and it's exactly how it sounds. We leave the snout for them, they pick their paint, and they rub it on the canvas, and it is what it is. Everything's original, and they're kind of our 9 different artists out here. The animals themselves, if you've had a bad day and you come out here and you see the happy faces, especially knowing what they've been through. A lot of our cases that have been through really rough circumstances and they're still happy to see humans, that puts a smile on your face.
To learn more about food and farming, visit Appalachian Sustainable Development's website at asdevelop.org. Big thanks to Robert Jones for showing us around the sanctuary. It was magical there. I'm telling you, those are the happiest animals I've ever met in my entire life. You can feel it right when you step onto the farm. And they're very talented, as you saw as well. Blueberry, the big pig that weighs about 700 pounds, is very good at painting. For our listeners at home, you can view the farm report on our Facebook page, WBCM Radio Bristol. And we want to thank Tilted Tavern for helping us out and having us on their farm and doing all the great work that they do for our community. You can visit their website at tiltedtavernanimals.com. Consider donating or pitching in to helping that amazing effort as well. All right, we're going to jump into a song. I got one I'm going to just play myself with Andrew. Back here. This is Andrew. This is one I wrote this a while ago and I never perform it because it terrifies me, so let's just get it over with. It's called Sobbin' the Blues. Well, I'm not one to weep and I'm not one to cry, but ever since I got married, my whole life has gone awry. Been trying to figure out what I did to deserve such a fate and how one woman could be filled with oh so much hate. I've been heated, I've been beaten, I've been badly mistreated, I've been called so many things that should never be repeated. I've been croaked at and poked at, it's a wonder I'm still breathing. Surprised I lasted 3 weeks before I said to leaving. Now I'm sobbing the blues. Well, life for me, it wasn't always so mean and rough. I used to smile and laugh and think about happy stuff, like sunshine and bunnies, hitting the lottery and winning money, and saying things like, bye, I'm going fishing, honey. Well, with those days gone, I went to see my friend Bill. He's been married about 20 years, happily, if you will. I said, Bill, you've been married quite a long time. Tell me, man, how do you maintain your peace of mind? Well, he looked at me mean and he looked at me cruel. He said, 20 straight years I've been sobbing the blues. Now you kids listen close, word of advice before you sit out the door to get yourself a loving wife. Think for a moment, maybe think twice, maybe get a background check. How about 5? But in the end, it's up to you what you do with your life. I'm not trying to scare you, I'm just trying to help you decide. And if you don't listen, there ain't nothing I can do. Soon you just be like me, you be sobbing the blues. Andrew Small back here on the bass. Sobbing the blues. All right, we'll jump into another. Let's get a jingle now, shall we? Well, we'll do a 180 here. We want to thank Window World Tri-Cities for all of their great support.
It just keeps getting wider of base bows, double hung and sliders.
Yes, for base bows, double hung and sliders. It's Window World, where all our products are custom built and American made. For free in-home consultation, WindowWorldTriCities.com.
Base bows, double hung and sliders. Window World, they're your window provider. Their selection, it just keeps getting wider of base bows, double hung and sliders.
Thank you so much, Window World Tri-Cities, for all of your generous support. Hey, I want to do another shout out to all the folks who are listening wherever they might be. We are in the middle of our Radio Bristol Fund Drive, and if you're tuning in, make sure to go and visit listenradiobristol.org to see how you can contribute. We would love to hit our $25,000 mark for this evening, and if you go right now, become a Radio Bristol record breaker. That's our sustaining membership. 66 cents per day to support not only great programming, but real community building. So we appreciate all the folks who have contributed over the last 2 days, and we can't do it without you. This is just a small community radio. It's 2 full-time staffers, 2 part-time staffers, and then all volunteer, if you can believe that. That's true. With all the programming that we're doing, it's a pretty incredible thing. All right, so how about give a big hand for all the volunteers that pitch in. All right, folks, we are going to jump into our next featured artist of the evening, a fella that you all are familiar with. This guy has done so much, not only in Nashville, where he makes his home, but he's done a lot for Bristol as well. He's been a huge supporter of all the music traditions that we keep here, and we always love seeing him come through Bristol. One of the most prolific songwriters that I know of, and it's just amazing the amount of work he puts out. I swear every time I close my eyes, there's a new project that he's putting out, and it's all good, if you can believe that. Folks, please give a big Farm and Fun Time welcome to Mr. Jim Lauderdale.
Thank you, Chris. Hey, everybody, how you doing tonight? I've had my share of darkness and I'm headed for the light. Melody inside me says it's gonna be alright. I'm laying down my burden and I'm breaking off the chains. Come along and join me if you feel like singing today. I feel like singing today. I feel like singing today. Lifting up my voice and say I feel like singing today. I feel like singing today. I feel like singing today. Lifting up my voice and praise. I feel like singing today. I want to tell a message and I want to tell it now. I'm busting out with good news and I've got to let it out. The chorus does remind me of some friends along the way. Come along and join me if you feel like singing today. I feel like singing today. I feel like singing today. Lifting up my voice and say I feel like singing today. I feel like singing today. I feel like singing today. Lifting up my voice and praise, I feel like singing today. I feel like singing today. I feel like singing today. Lifting up my voice and say I feel like singing today. I feel like singing today. I feel like singing today. Lifting up my voice and praise. I feel like singing today. Lifting up my voice and praise. I feel like singing today. Thank you. Check my watch, it's 10 o'clock. I had a date at 9 with the darling of my heart, they call her Iodine. Iodine, sordid cuts and bruises, hangs my heart out on the line anytime she chooses. I'm the meanest man in Tennessee, my woman's even meaner. If you'd ever two-time me, you'd wish you'd never seen her. Iodine, sordid lacerations, hangs my heart out on the line If I show up an hour late, she makes me wait for 3. More likely she won't show at all. She's meaner yet than me. I dine, don't know where to begin. Proves her heart is really mine with the left hook to the chin. Man in Tennessee, I eat horseshoes for breakfast. Ain't no meaner man than me, just take my word on trust. I dine, the grass is always greener. No matter how mean a man, a woman can be meaner. Just for to see me cry. If she'd ever leave for good, I'd lay me down and die. I dine, the perfect girl for me. Couldn't find no better here down home in Tennessee. I dine, assorted cuts and bruises. Hangs my heart out on the line in her time she chooses. Thank you so much. Thank you. It's so great to be here tonight. And how about Bill and the Bells? And how about Miss Tess? I'll tell you what, we're honored to be here with y'all and these fine folks we're sharing the bill with. And that last song was the first song I did was a tune I wrote for Dr. Ralph Stanley and the Clinch Mountain Boys and I to do a few years ago. And that second song was from a bluegrass album. I wrote all the songs, and I got to write a lot of songs with one of my heroes named Robert Hunter. Yeah. And this one is a tune I wrote with a fellow from Hickory, North Carolina named Daniel Smith. He used to be in a group called Big Daddy Love. I don't know if any remember them. And Daniel and I were backstage. We were doing a little songwriters tour together. And we both realized we had something in common. And that was we didn't feel comfortable with singing those old murder ballads. And so we got to thinking, we thought, you know what? Let's write a revenge song for those ladies and those murder ballads. So that's what this one is. Out in Knoxville, by the river, there's a spirit wandering. First you'll feel them cross your shoulder, then you'll start to hear them sing. Look out for those on-time angels, they'll not serve you anymore. For they're up there in those mountains, seeking vengeance for the score. Little Sadie drives her wagon to haul your body away. Only wise rides right beside them. In the water, she'll make you pay. Look out for those on-time angels. They'll not serve you anymore. For they're up there in those mountains, seeking vengeance for the score. got her shotgun. Pretty Polly has got her spade. Homie Wise rides right beside them, and she'll dance upon your grave. Look out for those old-time angels, they'll not serve you anymore. For they're up there in those mountains, seeking vengeance for the score. For they're up there in those mountains, seeking vengeance for the score. Thank you. I'll tell you what, they're putting a scald on it tonight, aren't they? I'm going to introduce them to you later, but I'll just say that the band name is the Bluegrass Millennials. Let's hear it for them. You know, now, back when I was growing up, the fella Dick Clark, he said he was the world's oldest teenager. Well, I'm kind of updating that a little bit, and I'm the world's oldest millennial. All right, well, here's a tune I got so lucky to record with Ralph Stanley and the Clinch Mountain Boys, and we had finished working on a record over at Maggard Sound and at Big Stone Gap. I wanted to record our records near where Ralph lived so that he could go home and sleep in his own bed every night instead of being out on the road so much. And I wanted to soak up the atmosphere and, kind of feel some of those things that Ralph must have felt and Carter Stanley for being up in that area. And I thought we were pretty much finished with the records, and then I was driving back through there, and there was snow on the ground, and there was snow on the pine trees, and I was feeling extra lonesome that afternoon, and so I wrote this one, and then got Ralph and the fellas to come back in the next week, and so it goes like this. I feel the snow that's falling as I'm drifting out of you, and I could not hear you calling when the sky was falling through. Lost, lost in the lonesome pines, and with you I'll never be. Lost, lost in the lonesome pines, and nevermore I'll see. Oh, just to find somebody to tell my story to. It seems I just got started Now my journey's almost through. Lost in the lonesome pines, and with you I'll never be. Lost in the lonesome pines, and nevermore I'll see. The fields in rows not planted will have to wait for spring. And if I ever reach them, I'll kiss you once again. Lost in the lonesome pines, and with you I'll never be. Lost in the lonesome pines, and nevermore I'll see. Lost in the lonesome That's Thomas Castle over here on the mandolin. Max Ettling on the bass. Bennett Sullivan on the banjo. Lindsey Pruitt on the fiddle. And Alex Leach on the guitar. And by the way, coincidentally, I just had the honor and pleasure of producing the Alex Leach Band's album last week. So that'll be looking for that. And this song is off of a upcoming bluegrass album of mine. And I wrote it with a fella you might not associate with bluegrass music. His name's John Oates. And he's part of Hall and Oates. But if you were here at the Bristol Rhythm and Roots reunion a few years ago, you would have seen John with his band and gotten a taste of his roots are in folk music. And we wrote this song kind of as a old folk ballad. And then I started thinking about it, and I thought it'd make a good bluegrass song. You coming to Rhythm and Roots this year? Yeah. Me too. I'm really looking forward to it. I love it. Summer is over. Frost in the fields. something unbroken, something so real. I want to live in the love we had then, when Carolina comes home again. Time always teaches, the seasons renew. Your mountains and beaches, I walk with you. Our road is a story without any end. When Carolina comes home again, when Carolina comes home again, I can still feel you laying so close. I look for a lifeline after you go. That's what I hold on to as hard as I can. Oh, Carolina, come home again. Oh, Carolina, come home again. It's all in the letters, the love that we made, the thoughts that we wrote with will never fade. What's left behind us is what we'll have then. Oh, Carolina, come home again. When Carolina comes home again, when Carolina comes home again. Thank you. Thanks so much. I'll tell you what, I got an announcement to make. I'm just so happy. Maybe it's because it's springtime, and I know you've all experienced this feeling before in your life. At least I hope you have, but I've fallen in love.
Huh?
Madly, deeply in love. I am. With Bristol. Oh, gosh. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. And I've had a fantasy for many years of having a music venue here in Bristol, and I really do love Bristol, and the music from this area, from the surrounding area, is so great. And so I'm going to be working with the folks at the Sessions Hotel, and we'll have a venue in there. And so come on. And I'm real excited about it. And I know there's some folks here tonight from the Virginia Tourism Bureau. Let's give them a big hand. They do so much. And I want to teach y'all a song here. This is a tune I wrote with Robert Hunter. Would you sing along with me on the chorus of this? Okay. And I think even Tom Netherland can sing this one too, I think. And this chorus goes, headed for the hills, headed for the hills. I can hear 'em calling, headed for the hills, headed for the hills, headed for the hills. I can hear 'em calling, headed for the hills. That's beautiful. Well, I forded the river and I paid all my bills, gave a gift to the giver. I'm headed for the hills. I paid all my borrows, likewise all my dues. I'll be gone tomorrow, nothing here I can use. Headed for the hills, headed for the hills. I can hear 'em calling, headed for the hills. Well, once I had a woman, deaf and mute and blind. Only one could hear me when I tried to speak my mind. And once I had a fiddle, and once I had a bow. There's nothing on the griddle, but I paid back all I owe. Headed for the hills, headed for the hills. I can hear 'em calling, headed for the hills. Can't roll off to glory, much less Arkansas, or freedom territory, till you satisfy the law. No law of lock and chain provides me the key. No blood-soaked law of Cain can set my spirit free. Headed for the hills, headed for the hills. Let's hear it for all of them again. One thing I've gotta do, one thing before I go, is prove my love for you. It's all the love I know. If you don't forget me, I'll do the same for you. Forever in your memory, I'll pay back all that's due. Headed for the hills, headed for the hills. I can hear 'em calling. Headed for the hills, headed for the hills, headed for the hills. I can hear 'em calling. Headed for. Let's sing that to Robert Hunter now. Headed for the hills. Headed for the hills. I can hear 'em calling. Headed for the hills. I can hear 'em calling. Headed for the hills. Thank y'all so much. You've been wonderful. You've been listening to Radio Bristol, you folks back at home. And let's give another hand to Bill and the Bills and Miss Tess, the Bluegrass Millennials. Thank y'all so much. All right, now we're going to leave you, and mighty fine job of singing, by the way, if I do say so myself. Now here's, we're going to leave you with this song, and this is another tune I got to write with Dr. Ralph, or to record with him. And y'all be safe tonight, and we hope we see you real soon. And this is something, I hope you'll never have to say this phrase to anybody. It's called, "You ain't gonna cut no highway through my home." Now listen here, sir, I don't want no trouble. Just kindly get off of my land. Get moving soon or you'll get help, 'cause I got two big strong hands. You ain't gonna cut no highway through my home. Now listen here, sir, I'm just trying to be nice. There's nothing your papers can prove. This land's worth more to me than any price. This is my place and I'm never gonna move. You ain't gonna cut no highway through my home. Now listen here, sir, I'm just trying to be nice. I'm giving you one more chance. But if you ever come around my place anymore, you'll get buckshot in your pants. You ain't gonna cut no highway through my home. You ain't gonna cut no highway through my home. You ain't gonna cut no highway through my home. Thank you so much. Thanks, Tony and Emily Anderson, my cousin Greg Jordan, Leah Ross, everybody. Bill, thank y'all so
Jim
much.
Lauderdale, everybody.
Thank you. Thank y'all.
And a fantastic band. We want to thank Jim for joining us this evening. Of course, you can catch him at Bristol Rhythm and Roots Reunion this coming fall. What'd y'all think? That was something else, right? Jim is... He's got it going on. We look forward to his next record coming out very soon as well. Visit JimLauderdaleMusic.com for more information. Switch mics here. Did y'all have a good time tonight? Good. We want to thank everybody for tuning in and listening to Radio Bristol's Farm and Fun Time. A big thanks to Jim Lauderdale, Miss Tess, Barbara Smith, and Marilyn Satterwhite. And we're all right. Tilted Tavern, Animal Sanctuary, ASD, HVAC, and Ed Hill, ARCD, Window World Tri-Cities. Our engineer, Josh Littleton, and the Radio Bristol team. Give them a big hand. These last couple days, our team has just been, we've been burning the candle at both ends. That's what you say, right? It's been really, really tremendous team effort with our fund drive. So I really want to thank our team for all the work that they've done over the past couple days. I've been notified that we're very close to our goal. We're a couple $1,000 short. We over at Farm and Fun Time, we got about $1,000 in donations, which is pretty amazing. So that's folks who are watching online, I would guess. So we want to make sure to say thank you to them. A big thanks to all the folks who've donated to helping keep this unique local community radio programming going. Become a Radio Bristol record breaker and get a Farm and Fun Time swag bag. Listen, radiobristol.org. All right, not tomorrow, but next month, we've got a great show. Thank Lord it's not tomorrow. Next month, we've got a fantastic show that's almost sold out. Merle Monroe, great bluegrass band from Tennessee, as well as teenage old-time virtuoso Nora Brown. She's going to be here. And also, don't forget to check out the Farm and Fun Time noon show made possible by Permatile Concrete Products. And we want to thank you for tuning in to Farm and Fun Time. We'll leave you with a Tennessee song, as we always do. We kick things off with a Virginia tune. It's only right.
Take me back to Tennessee. Take me back to Tennessee. Take me back to Tennessee. There is where I long to be.
Thanks for tuning in to Radio Bristol's Farm and Fun Time, made possible by Eastman Credit Union. Wherever life takes you, ECU is by your side. To hear more from Radio Bristol, download our app or visit us at listenradiobristol.org. I'm your host, Chris Trolson, along with Bill and the Bells. We want to thank you for listening to Radio Bristol's Farm and Fun Time. Thanks so much, everybody. We really appreciate you all coming out, especially under the circumstances. And we hope everybody stays safe, and we'll see you next month. Thanks for your support.